Internet, what is really, really, really good? You know who it is. It's the one and the only, the triple, the G.O.D. And of course, I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And yo, Kamen Rider XA episode number 9. What is it that I usually do in some point in these videos before? Because I want to front load this. I just want to front load this. This show going fucking stupid, extra fucking dumb, is off the meat racket zonies. This show ain't playing around. This show ain't bullshit. It ain't beating around the bush. It ain't doing none of that. Nothing. Doing nothing like that at all. Nothing. Honestly, because let's start with this. I did not think that we would get a payoff of the relationship between Emu and Dr. Hanada so soon. But when the last episode introduced all those questions about how Emu was able to transform without the surgery, I knew it was coming, and I knew the episode was bringing it, but I didn't think 7 episodes preceding that the show would give us a payoff for this shit so quickly. Because as we learned in the episode, and the thing that I'm going to hint at early, is something that Kuroto said. This is only the beginning, the first phase. That right there gives me the hope that this show is going to continue being off the fucking meter. Because everything that this episode presented, it's like we less than 10 episodes in, and we up here doing like what would be in a normal Rider show in-game level shit this early. Because again, we talked about it last week. Is that a tease about what really happened to Emma would be something that you would introduce in a late game and throw a power up at it because the Rider needs to overcome his dark past or this secret that he's been holding on to or something he didn't know about and have this revelation. The show is doing this shit 10 episodes in. 10 of them. I'm like, if I had any doubt that this show was going to go the distance, this episode just about erased all of my doubt. This is a show that can go the distance. It is. However, let's talk about the episode in general. First of all, what the fuck up with your boy Graphite, man? What the fuck up with your boy? Because he walked out the beginning of the episode. Hello, Dr. Hanada. My name is Graphite. I'm a buster. Here, hold this L button. Huh? I understand it. But at the same time, I don't get it. And I love that I am in both column A and B. It makes sense, but it makes no sense at the same time. Is that the thing that one of the things I appreciated about this episode was just on some side shit. As we proceed through the episode, I appreciate Emu calling Hero out on this shit. I appreciate that. He sat up here and said, you acting too emotional about the doctor that saved your life. But nigga, you sitting up here getting pissy because your girlfriend got killed by this dude you trying to murk. So how about you sit down and shut the fuck up? How about you do that? I appreciate that in a way because you don't normally see Emu act like that in normal situations. Well, we haven't yet. Usually when he get out the, what is that thing that he gets? Oh wait, it's called a Rider Gas Shack. When he get that gas shack though, and pushes that button and that wind blow, and it's like, oh, it's game time. He showed a piece of that to Hero. He like, you can kiss my ass. We gonna really talk to directors about me, and you the one acting ignorant as fuck. Okay, go sit your ass in the corner. I appreciated that. Play of the game. Because I think that's what I'm going to start calling my favorite parts of the episodes. Plays of the game. The play of the game this episode, Kuroto the God. This dude is a monster. He is like one of the best villains I have seen in quite a while in anything that I consume. And I consume a lot of media on a weekly fucking basis. Kuroto is the God. I'm sitting up here like, he in a room with Parad, and he like, Parad coming there like, man, you know Graphite stole the Drago 900 Z thing. He like, yeah, I know. I made him do that. I made him do that without knowing he was doing it. But here to flip on your ass. I got the real motherfucking thing right here. Now I'm finna go get my little homies to go put this work in for me. I'm sitting up here like, damn. I'm like, that's monstrous as fuck. I'm just sitting up here like, I sit up here and I wait for the episode where that curtain comes down on Kuroda. And I'm not sitting up here like, because I don't want to say like I'm wishing ill will on the character, but I cannot wait to see the looks on their faces when it was me, Emu. It was me all along, Emu. I cannot wait. Kuroda is that much of a good damn villain that I'm just sitting up here like, I'm just like, he, in 8 episodes, he has been one of the greatest villains that Rada has ever seen. And I'm saying that because there are a laundry list of great villains in Rada, but Kuroda in this early state, he continually to surprise me every time he step on the scene. Like, yo, I got new tricks for you niggas. I'm just sitting up here like, damn. I'm just sitting up here like, damn. I'm just like, he's sitting up here like, yo, I'm finna send the whole squad out the fail. I'm just sitting up here. It's like Kuroda was a sadist. He sits up here and he just sits up here and watching them going back and forth. And I'm sitting up here, I'm the maestro. I'm directing the symphony, and it's just amazing to watch. I'm like, and of course you got Call on Duty Black Cops like, yo, let me hold that gas at my dude. Man, you better sit your ass down, playboy. This ain't for you. I'm like, that was kind of nuts, but what I found kind of weird though is that when Kiryu walked in the doctor's office talking to this lady, and he turned around and told this bitch Emma was dead. Like, yo, can I get this paper on this surgery that happened 16 years ago? Now, I know this dude ain't verified no HIPAA. He ain't done none of this. And on top of that, you would think that someone giving out paperwork like that would sit up here and question, like, if this dude is dead, why is this coroner looking into something that happened 16 years ago? And she questioned it, but then it's like a normal person would sit up here and like be really giving Kiryu like the stink eye and, the fuck is you doing? And why the fuck is you doing it? I'm like, I just do not know. I just do not know. In other news, because I missed this earlier, I want me an arcade stick like they got in there in the CR room. They look kind of hot. They look kind of like a Blast City cabinet. I always wanted one of them. Sega Saturn controllers. That was those Astro City cabs though. That look like one of the big Astro City cabs. You know how expensive that shit is. But I want one though. I just cannot wait to see like what Dr. Hanada is going to reveal about Emu, dog. Because you have a couple of ways you could go with that. Is that the Buckster could be pre-Zero Day. It's like, I have a lot of questions about whatever it is that Dr. Hanada is going to reveal, because there's a lot you could really do with that plot-wise. Short term and long game. There's a lot you can do with that. And I'm just sitting up here wondering what it is that you do. Oh, and in other news, of course, you get the level 5 and you go fucking berserk. It's an early power-up. Of course, the first time you use it, you go berserk. But then, not evil, heel turn, man, sit up here and told you need 4 people to work this bitch. But you put it on yourself because you like, fucking, I'm saving the doctor, and you sit up here whooping everybody's ass. I would have loved if he'd hit Tiger a couple of more times, because even though Call of Duty Black Ops my nigga, he kind of deserved that shit. For real, he kind of deserved to get his ass handed to him on a platter because he my dude, but he is an a-hole. He is an a-hole, but we've talked about this. But so is Hero. But you know that's another conversation. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I do not know is that we are going to get a lot of revolution next episode because the show needs this type of resolution. Is that this is not something that you could keep hanging in the air. It's like they can't drag this out another 2-3 episodes because it'll fuck with the pacing. They need to get that out ASAP. They need to just go ahead, do it, get it done, and just knock it out the park ASAP. Do that, and I will appreciate the show forever. Is that they can't have Drago 900 Z, the gas shaft being this old thing every time I put it on, niggas go berserk. No, you need to go ahead and rectify that the next episode. Go ahead and be done with it. Also, I would also like to give my other player of the game to Emu though. I would like to give the player of the game to Emu because he went berserk and just murked folks. Because that's what it do. Well, that is an episode, kids. I'd like to thank you for joining me. We got Ruby this weekend. We got other stuff popping off next week. In your hood right now, I broke down a trailer that I should have done on Sunday on whatever day of the week this is. It's called Thursday. So, with that being said, again, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another episode of Triple the Guy Speaks. So now, of course, the one and the only, the Triple the G.O.D. And with that, see you next game. One more thing, because there's always one thing that in the heat of battle that I always forget to mention in every video I do, and this is no different. But this is important because it answers a question that I raised ages ago. We learned in this episode that rider gas shafts are cross-compatible between riders. We saw this when Call on Duty Black Ops used Gekiatsu robots as a finisher against X-Aid, and we also saw this when X-Aid grabbed Bray's sword and did that ice slide, which froze the dragon, and he did the mighty Tattle critical finish. So it makes me wonder, like, how dumb is this going to get? Like, are you going to be able to do level 3s and level 5s with different gas shafts and stuff like that? I guarantee you, you know what I'm saying, and I said this too, it's going to be a toy where you can mix and match, but I wonder, is the show going to follow suit? So I forgot to mention it. I'm mentioning it now. So with that being said, I am of course the one and the only Triple the G.O.D. Thank you for joining me for this little bit of overtime, and of course, see you next game.